She's going. Praise comments. There we go. She coming through. Come through. Let me get that Gmail. Mm-hmm. 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 There we go. All right. Boy, we have some technical difficulties, boy. That won't stop us, you understand? All right, we're going to clap it up, man. We're behind schedule. No big deal. All right. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Barakatham, Yahweh Shema Alatham Bahashem Yahweh Shai. We are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under commanding General Yohana. Since 1969, the ISUPK has been bringing out the truth of the Bible. That truth is that every so-called Black, every so-called Hispanic, every so-called Native American, every so-called West Indian are the true Jews of the Bible, you understand? And that our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And when we say devil, we are not talking about what you see in the movie. We are not talking about the red man with the horns on his head and the pitchfork and the tail, you understand, that lives underground in the fire. You understand? That is not what the devil is. You understand? The devil means deceiver. You understand? And our oppressor has done a masterful job at deceiving the children of Israel about their identity. You understand? We've been deceived about who we are. And by being deceived about who we are, we've been deceived about what it is that we should be doing and shouldn't be doing. You understand? Like imagine a dog that doesn't know it's a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, how's that supposed to work? Imagine if a dog thinks it's a dolphin. You understand? Or a whale. Is that dog going to survive in that ocean? You know what I'm saying? Trying to swim around and, you know, like, how long will it survive in the ocean trying to behave like a dolphin? You understand? Pretending to be something that you're not can be a dangerous thing, man. It can have, you know, terrible consequences. And the children of Israel have been deceived into thinking that we are, you know, just like everybody else on the planet and should be doing, you know, everything that everybody else is doing. That we should live like them, we should eat like them, we should behave like them. We should love like them. We should hate like them. We should, you know, we should treat each other like they treat us. You understand? Like we treat each other like the oppressor treats us. And that's how we end up with, you know, the crime rate in Baltimore, the crime rates in Chicago. You understand? Like that's how we end up with the, you know, all the violence against each other, because we opt to behave like our oppressor because we don't know who we are, man. We are the Lord's chosen people, man. And we're supposed to be different, man. We're going to get into these scriptures, man, tonight. Somehow, you know, with us not knowing who we are, man, so we fall for anything, man. We fall for any old goofy tradition, custom, ritual, tradition, you know, practice. We fall for all of these, you know, ridiculous, vain, goofy things, man. And they hurt us, man. Doing these things hurt us. We don't, and damn, man, we've gotten so dumb about it. We don't realize the destruction, you know, that comes with doing these things. You know, we don't associate our destruction with these practices. Some brother woke up this morning wondering how in the hell he's gonna pay bills this month because he spent all of it for Christmas. You understand? You know what I mean? Like some sister has, you know what I'm saying, gotten 3 or 4 credit cards, you know what I mean, in the mail and maxed every last one of them joints out. And is scratching her head wondering how she's going to be how is she ever going to pay these things off, man? Because she had to buy her kids the new Xbox, the new NBA 2K, the Call of Duties. Got to get them the newest, KDs, and, got to get them all the newest and latest things and go broke. She needs to get that Michael Kors, right? And the Louis Vuittons and the Yeezys. They still sell those? You understand? And we don't understand how the hell we broke now. Like this month, it's gonna be a struggle to pay these bills. Like this is the sickness that we have, and it comes from not knowing who we are, man. We just sat here and participated in some terrible festivities, man. Some terrible traditions, some terrible rituals, and don't even realize that these rituals have hurt us, man. I remember when I was in the world, boy, goodness gracious, you talk about debt, D-E-B-T, debt behind Christmas. Man, that is grossly irresponsible, man. But we choose to behave like the heathens do. We choose to do the things that they do, man, instead of doing the things that the Lord told us to do. His laws, statutes, and commandments. Those things that the Bible says that his laws are our wisdom, man. Like there's wisdom in obeying the Lord. There's mounds of wisdom in not blowing all the money you have access to in a few short weeks to celebrate so-called Christmas, man. The worship of some terrible, some goofy heathen god, man. What, Saturnalia, I believe. You understand? Like we got to do better as a people, man. But we got to wake up to who we are, man. And the Lord is calling his children back, man. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah to command in General Yohana, man, for holding down this truth for so long, man. So that we got a damn chance, man. You understand? These classes are going out over the airwaves, man. The cable access channels coming soon. You understand? We out here on these street corners, man, bringing this truth to our people to wake us up, man, because it's high time we wake up, man. Enough is enough, man. Enough is enough. The destruction, of our people all across this globe, man, following behind this oppressor. We're going to go ahead and get into this Bible, Officer Mazarat. Let me get 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 3, if I could, Baba Kasha. It's high time we wake up to who we are, man. The Lord got so much more in store for the children of Israel, man. Like we just got to accept it. You understand? Like we got to accept it. It's a check with our name on it. We just got to take it to the bank. We got to get that check in our hands and take it to the bank, man. You got that? Go ahead, brother, if you could, Baba Kasha.
2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 3.
2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 3. Go ahead.
For the time will come.
For what?
For the time will come.
Listen, man, it's the Apostle Paul, man. He's writing a letter to his brother Timothy, man. And ain't no question about how prophetic Paul was. You understand, about the nation of Israel and, the churches that he set up, the schools that he set up, and the things that would, plague them and the issues that we would have, as a people. He understood our people, man. You understand? The Apostle Paul certainly understood the children of Israel, man. And he warned us. It was a warning. Said that for the time will come. There's going to come a time, man. Go ahead. When what? When the children of Israel, man. He's talking about his people, man. He's using the word they, but he's talking about his people, man. So there's going to come a time when they, go ahead,
will not endure sound doctrine.
They won't what?
Endure sound doctrine.
Said they won't endure sound doctrine, man. Anybody know what endure means? Endure. And we're not talking about indoors like inside your house. That's what my grandmother used to say. Y'all get indoors. They talking about indoors. What does it mean that the children of Israel will not endure sound doctrine? Officer Mazarat.
Like to like last or like go through the process of it, Salaki.
No, you right there. Ain't no Salaki. You right there. Give yourself a hand, bro. You right there with it, man. Endure means to withstand. You understand? Like to withstand. You think about marathon runners, right? You know, damn joggers running 10 miles. You understand? Officer Abban, you know what I'm saying? Up there, you know, running Canada. You understand? He's an endurance runner. I saw one day on Facebook, this brother had ran like 6 miles for fun. He just ran 6 miles for fun, you know? Just endurance. Do you know how tired I would be after, you know, running 2 miles? You know? But that endurance is when even when you get tired, you don't stop. Even when it gets uncomfortable and your lungs start stinging, you understand? You don't stop. You keep pushing. You understand? The children of Israel, what was it that we couldn't endure? What was it that we couldn't stand? Read that part.
For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
They couldn't endure what?
Sound doctrine.
One more time.
Sound doctrine.
The children of Israel couldn't endure sound doctrine. What the heck is sound doctrine? What in the world would the children of Israel not be able to endure that would be considered sound doctrine? Well, let's think about the word sound, right? Is this talking about music sound? It's talking about tambourine sound? You think it's talking about that kind of sound? Or is there another sound that this could be talking about? What do you think?
Another one?
Yeah, sound. You think another one? So what would sound mean in this context?
Sturdy.
Sturdy. Excellent. Give yourself a hand. Sturdy. Sturdy. Apostle Paul said that there's going to come a time where the children of Israel won't be able to stand. They won't be able to stomach. They won't be able to, you know, keep doing and keep handling and keep holding on to sound, sturdy, solid. You understand? Solid doctrine. Now, what's doctrine? What is doctrine? Mazarat, let's hear it.
Advice or like information.
It's definitely advice and information. Think of it more so like guidelines, rules, a way to do things. You understand? Think of it as culture. You understand? Our culture. It's going to come a time where the children of Israel would have our culture, and for some pathetic, stupid reason, right? For some weak reason, we would get sick of our culture. We would get tired of our culture. And then we would be, looking at the other cultures going on round about us and be like, well, damn, they don't have to not eat, pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. They can eat whatever they want. They eating snails and snakes and bats, and they eating pork and, lobster and what a damn scrumps. They eating all of that garbage, and they loving it. Look, they loving and laughing, and it's delicious to them. It's delicious, man. Oh man, look at that! Look what they doing on December 25th. Look at all the music, all of damn December from November all the way through December. It's Christmas. It's the music, it's the trees, it's the damn stockings, it's the Santa Claus pictures and ho, 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 and the jingle bells, and everybody's just merry this, merry that, and joy to the world. I want to do some of that. I'm not supposed to be doing that, but they're having so much fun. I feel like I'm missing out. What is this New Year's stuff that they're doing, man? On New Year's, everybody goes to New York for the ball drop. Everybody's watching the countdown. Everybody's turning up and drinking the liquor and, getting high. And everybody gets to kiss somebody at midnight. Everybody, oh man, everybody gets, everybody, what do they call it? It's a lie. I don't even want to say it. Everybody gets some action on New Year's Eve. Man, we don't do that in our culture. It's just another day just another night, another sun up, sundown. You understand? It ain't even the real, logical New Year. Man, I'm tired of that. I'm tired of missing out on that. I want to do it. It seems so fun. It looks so fun. I want to be a part of that, man. And the children of Israel, that's what we did, man. That's what we do. We saw all these other things going on, and we wanted to be a part of those things, man. We wanted to go try those things. Go ahead and keep reading, man.
But after their own lust.
After what?
Their own lust.
After what?
Their own lust.
The Bible says that after our own lusts, our own desires, our own urges, you understand? Our own, what do they call them? Vices, right?
Oh,
yeah, everybody got their vice. Yeah. After our own vices, man, we put away our culture that says, we only supposed to worship God, man. We got our high holy days and our feast days that we celebrate, and that's it. That should be plenty for you. But it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough for us. You understand? Because the heathen's greedy, our oppressor's greedy, and our oppressor thinks you can do anything and everything. What's something that you can't do in this country? You understand? What's something that you can't, that our oppressor says, no, you can't do that? There's one thing I can think of, but I'm talking about everything else. I don't really want the answer to that. We'll get to it. But what aren't you allowed to worship in this land? Huh? What aren't you? Doesn't anything goes? Huh? To each his own, right? Whatever floats your boat, follow your own heart. Ain't that the American dream? Ain't that the dream, man? You can be whoever you want to be, man. Don't let nobody put you in a box. Go live whatever lifestyle you want to. They call them alternative lifestyles. As far away from reality and nature and common sense as it can be, it's permissible. You understand? In this kingdom. And instead of us rejecting it, instead of us sticking to sound doctrine that says, no, this is what you should and shouldn't do. No, this is what you can and can't eat. No, this is what you can and can't worship. Right? Like, instead of sticking to those things, we done adopted the lifestyle of anything goes, man. And how's that working out for us? Huh? How's that working out for us? It says, but after their own lusts, what do we do after our own lusts, Officer Mazerat?
Shall they heap to themselves?
Shall they what?
Heap to themselves.
Heap to themselves. You understand? You have it like the heap means gather. You understand? Like, we gathered to ourselves. We go and gathered. What did we gather, Officer Mazerat?
Teachers.
We gathered what?
Teachers.
We gathered what?
Teachers.
We gathered pastors.
Teachers.
Preachers.
Teachers.
Bishops.
Teachers.
Imams.
Teachers.
You understand? We gather in the conscious community, they call them master teachers. You understand? All these philosophers and all of these weird things that they conjure up, man. These damn gurus. All these teachers, man. And guess what? It says after our own lusts, we gather these teachers. So we got a lust for, let's say we got a lust for drugs, man, right? A lust for marijuana, right? So we go, and guess who our favorite rapper is? Snoop Dogg, right? Snoop Dogg, all he ever, I ain't gonna get into that. He's notorious for getting high. You understand? And the promotion of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans getting high, man, as a thing that we should absolutely do. And we endorse that, man. We support that message, didn't we? We support that whole industry, man. We support it, man. We keep ourselves teachers, man. The damn, what's that sucker's name? Jamal Bryant. Huh? You heard what he's doing down there in Atlanta, right? With all that land that he's bought up with, you know what I'm saying? Robbing our you know, all of our family members that sit up in that church, beating that tambourine and listening to the lies that he's more than willing to tell them. You know, he's ready to sell weed himself, right? He's ready to, he said he wants to recruit, you know, young black men that smell like weed. He wants to recruit young black men that that smell like weed, so he can get them to do and sell his weed that he wants to start farming. Oh, there's some brothers that's got some real, you know what I'm saying, some real demons about that weed, man. That will hear, damn, there's a church man that's telling me that I can, you know, that weed ain't so bad. That I could come up in his church and get high and sell weed, man, they got my attention. You see what I'm saying? That brother has that lust, and why not? It'll work. You know that's going to work, right? He's going to make bank. You know what I'm saying? Taking advantage of our people and our lusts. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to things that aren't of the Lord, man. Things that are outside of the sound doctrine of the Most High. He's going to be absolutely successful when it comes to that, man. Go ahead, keep reading.
Having itching ears.
Having itching ears, man. Like you ever had an itch? And that was funny too, because like I didn't even intend to do that. My head was just itching. I didn't wait to scratch it after class. You know what I'm saying? I had a little itch, man. That itch, it's something about an itch that's just like, you don't want that to linger. You got to go ahead and get that right now. You get that with haste. You understand? And that's what we did. We went and got these pastors that tell us, you know, that the law is done away with. I'm sick of this law anyway, right? Ain't that how our people feel about the law? What you mean I can't eat pork? I can't eat bacon. I can't eat shrimp. I can't eat crabs. I can't eat pork chops. I can't eat them ribs. What are you talking about? I can't eat pulled pork. Over a lust as petty as an appetite, it like a craving for some pork. That's what we abandoned sound doctrine for. Well, the pastor said the law was done away with, and that, you know, we can eat anything. Well, damn, sign me up. I'm gonna go to his church. I'm gonna put money in his offering bucket. And every Sunday, he's gonna tell me it's just fine to keep eating anything that I want. That all things are lawful to eat. You understand? Itching ears. Hurry up, let's do it. If you got a conscience about it. If in the back of your mind you're like, I don't think this is right. A lot of brothers and sisters struggling with that LGBTQ stuff, man. And a part of them is like, I know this ain't right. You know what I mean? And they're conflicted with it, man. And that pastor sits up there and says, "Oh, God made you that way. God made you that way. It's okay. Embrace that lifestyle. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm going. Let me help you with that. Let me show you how okay God is with it. Let me show you how okay I am with your confusion. You understand? We heaped ourselves these teachers after our own lusts, man, with itching ears. We just tell us something quick, man. Just tell me that the wicked lifestyle that I'm living is okay with the Most High, man. Just soothe me with smooth words, man. You understand? Keep reading.
Verse 4.
Go ahead.
And they shall turn away their ears from the truth.
And we shall do what?
Turn away their ears from the truth.
Yeah, we turn away our ears, man, from the truth. From the truth, man. The truth is you shouldn't eat everything. Right? The truth is that the heathens celebrate some dumb stuff. The heathens have some disgusting rituals and practices and traditions that we should like not participate in, man. Our Father has, higher aspirations for us. Like he has higher, he has a higher calling for us. He doesn't want us to be the scum of the earth. He wants us to come up out of that low state. You understand? That carnal state where the only thing that matters is our desires, our lusts, our impulses, right? Those things that bring us pleasure. That's all that matters, man. We got to come up out of that, man. It says we shall turn away our ears from hearing the truth, man. Go ahead.
And shall be turned unto fables.
Unto what?
Fables.
Unto what?
Fables.
We're going to turn away from the truth of the Bible, man. That sound doctrine. That thing that gives life. The law of the Most High, man. That thing that creates living souls. You understand? That thing that protects us, man. That thing that elevates us. That puts us on high above all nations, man. We turn away our ears from that to celebrate Christmas, right? To worship Santa Claus, to worship Nimrod, to celebrate Saturnalia, right? To worship, who is it? Zeus and Kronos, right? Like all these weird things, man, that do what? What's the name of the god for New Year's? You just did it last week. So like Janus. We rather worship Janus, man. We've been turned to fables, man. Somehow we've been tricked into believing that if we eat black-eyed peas, you know what I'm saying, on New Year's Eve and New Year's, that somehow we're gonna have luck. So somehow everything's just gonna, you know what I mean? We're gonna be blessed coming into the new year, man. Like, what has happened to us, man? That if we eat the collard greens, that what that symbolize? Money. The greens is the cash, like the cash money, and the black-eyed peas is the coin money. So we sit here stuffing ourselves, you know what I mean, eating black-eyed peas and collard greens on New Year's, thinking that that's how we're going to be prosperous in the new year. How's that working out for us? Huh? How's that fable? How's that superstition working out for us, man? Well, what about how you got to clean your house New Year's Eve, right? You got to clean that thing spotless, boy. Listen. You better have all your laundry done. You better have them floors vacuumed, them beds made, them dishes put up, out of that sink. That house better be clean, because how you go into the new year is how the rest of your year is going to be. When in the hell has that worked? All right, I'll take it off of y'all. I used to be in the world. I used to do that. Maserati. Clean up New Year's Eve, because if the house is clean New Year's Day, that's how it's going to be all year. Now how idiotic does that sound? Maserati, do you think I didn't have to clean the rest of the year? Do you think the house never got dirty again, Maserati? Do you think the dishes never piled up in the sink after that? Do you think the laundry didn't overflow with the basket? You think this is just maybe a rare instance where it didn't work? Maserati, this was every year, man. This is without fail. Those things they're not real. You get what I'm saying? It's not even a realistic expectation. like it's the kind of damn wish that that an elementary school, maybe about second, third grade kid would believe. If I clean my room one time, it's gonna stay clean for forever? Salakia, go ahead.
When we were little kids and with those chains, the wishing well.
Oh my God!
And think it's gonna give us a wish with no work, just superstition and no work behind it.
All right, Maserati, what you're saying is heavy. Okay. Tell me you only did it one time. Tell me it was one time in your life. You see this fountain, you see all the change glittering at the bottom of this thing, and you like, I want all that change. So what do? You all right, I guess, so why is this change in here? Oh, it's a wishing fountain, Maserati. You make a wish, you throw your change in there, any amount, don't matter. Penny, quarter, one coin, handful of coins, don't matter. You throw it in there and you make a wish. And your wish comes true, Maserati. Tell me you only did it one time. Tell me it only took one time for you to be like, word? You make that wish? How long did it take you to realize that wish ain't come true?
I never realized it, sir. I just kept doing it for years.
So even after the first time you did it, the wish ain't come true. You're telling me you did it again and made another wish and did it again and made it. Our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. We are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. Ain't no lack of superstitions, Maserati. ain't no lack of fables. Ain't no lack of heathen customs and vain traditions. Ain't no lack of that. It's one every day, right? We destroy for lack of knowledge because we sit here and have hope and faith in that. Huh? 35 cents thrown into a water fountain is going to surely change our lives. How's that any different than black-eyed peas and collard greens? And we wonder why we stay destroyed, man. What they say, there's a saying, it's not biblical, but it's true. I think it comes from the medical field. You know what I'm saying? Probably from the Diagnostic Statistic Manual on Mental Illness. You understand? Where if you keep doing the same thing but expecting a different result, I think they say something like that's the definition of insanity. Right? Ain't that insane? Like that's kind of, you know what I'm saying? No offense to any brother or sister that's out there actually struggling with mental health issues, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I think it's a lot more of us than, you know what I mean, we even give credit to, because that's insane to think that these things that we've adopted, instead of serving the Lord, right? Instead of actually just obeying our Father, turning back to our culture and our practices that don't hurt us at all, man. There's nothing that hurts us about remembering the Feast of Dedication, man. You understand? Hanukkah. There's nothing like, how much did you put? Did you spend thousands of dollars to celebrate the Feast of Hanukkah? Huh? We celebrated it for 8 days. Did you spend thousands of dollars like you do every year for Christmas? I don't know, brother. There's a better way to do things, man. We have a more mature, practical culture, man, that doesn't aim to destroy our people every time. You get what I'm saying? When the whole crux of it isn't just lust and pleasure and then the aftermath of that lust and that pleasure, man. You know, like the DUIs, New Year's Eve. Come on, man. Come on, man. The damn police checkpoints. Anybody driving at 1 o'clock in the morning, New Year's Eve, you hit that checkpoint, you're going to jail. You're going to jail real smooth, man. What more has to happen? How much more clear can Commanding General Yohan and the ISUPK be about these things, man? Like, I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, it's sad, man. It's sad, man, that our people would rather remain destroyed than to learn to have some self-discipline, right? That's what the Lord wants of his children. Ain't that what every parent wants their child to grow up and, you know, get better at? You understand? Damn, we take our babies, our infants, and we put them in diapers. And a little while after they start walking, you know what I'm saying? That diaper, we transition them to a pull-up, don't we? At some point when they're young, they're barely able to talk when they get up in that pull-up, right? And what are we trying to get them to do? Yeah, don't just piss yourself. Don't just defecate right on yourself. Let's try to go do it in the toilet like, grown people do, like decent people do, right? Ain't that the expectation to develop self-control, to learn to curb your inability to just act impulsively? That's what the Lord expects from his children. But here we are, grown adults. You understand? Let me get that scripture right quick where when I was a child, Salakia. You know where it is? 1 Corinthians 13 and 11, Salakia. These superstitions that we just into, man, and all of our heathens, all of our oppressors, all of our heathens, all of our oppressors, customs are just riddled with, stupidity. While you getting it, just think about like marriages, right? Like I got a kick out of this the other day, just thinking about how in our oppressors, right? Like in our oppressors' kingdom, when a man wants to marry a woman, right? They do this weird thing where they eat like the man has a bachelor party and the sister has a bachelorette party that they do like the night before the wedding. You understand? And what that consists of, 9 times out of 10, the man goes to some strip club with all of his friends and deals with strippers and hookers all night long. Meanwhile, you know what the sister's doing? You know what the woman's doing? She's at a strip club with all of her terrible friends, with all these male strippers and male prostitutes all night long. This is the custom the night before the wedding. This is the tradition. What the hell is that? Here's the superstition. I guess they're getting it all out of their system. I guess if they go mess with the hookers and the prostitutes, then tomorrow when they walk down the aisle and say their vows, they won't have any other desires for nobody else. How's that working out? So go ahead.
That'd be like getting a crackhead brother to go to rehab. But before you take them, you gotta party off the crack. So let's let him go one more bench.
Oh my God!
Like to get out of the system.
How simple is that? You understand? Like how unsound is that logic? That's not sound logic, man. That's not sound anything. That sounds stupid. So that sounds stupid. Clip that. Salakia. You got it, man. Go ahead.
1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11.
Go ahead.
When I was a child.
When I was a child. This is the brother right now. Like this is an instance where someone is having like some introspection. You know what I mean? They're looking at themselves, right? This is someone who has the ability to think like, you know what? I used to be a child, right? They're like reflecting. You understand? Like we've all done it. They're reflecting, man. I used to be a child. Oh man, the silly things I used to do as a child, man. Goodness gracious, the dangerous things I used to do as a child, right? The evil things I used to do as a child, right? The disgusting things I used to do as a child. Just think about it for a second. When you were a child, picking up candy, eating off the floor. You understand? Oh my God, we were terrible, man. Like, man, I would go as many days as I could without taking a bath when I was a kid. You understand? Yeah, I hope I wasn't the only one. You know what I mean? Going for the record, how long I ain't got to get in that tub, man. That tub is a waste of time. I got games to play. I got things to do. I'm a busy kid, man. Got an imagination to go run wild with, you know? I ain't trying to sit in the tub. You know, slowing me down. Go ahead.
I spake as a child.
Spoke as a child, man. Used to say dumb things that kids would say, right? Used to have the type of conversations that a kid would have, right? I remember again, I swore I was a Power Ranger. I swore I was like, yo, I saw this show. I know it deep within my heart that I can do all that. You know what I mean? Like I'm the lost Power Ranger. You know, like one day they're gonna come find me, man. I was doing cartwheels and back flips and front flips and kicks, and man, I was built for it. You understand? I knew it was just a matter of time before I was, you know, the next Ranger. Oh man, and I would tell people about it. Yeah, I'm a Power Ranger, you know, I'm a firefighter, you know, all these things. All these dumb conversations, man. Golly. You ever if you want some entertainment, if you got any kids, man, just go to like an elementary school and listen to the kids talk in the cafeteria, right? Listen to them on the cafeteria. Oh my God! On these video games, you want some comedy? Listen to these kids in these party chats on these video games that y'all done gone broke over. Go listen to how your children talk to their friends. Go listen to the conversations, man. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. Go ahead.
I understood as a child.
Understood as a child. You think a child know anything about saving money? You think a child understand why they shouldn't be so impulsive? Why they shouldn't hang out with these guys instead? You know what I mean? Like why they shouldn't hang out with these girls? Why they shouldn't do this? Why they shouldn't do that? Kids don't understand much at all, man. Children. Go ahead.
I thought as a child.
Thought as a child. There it go again, man. Thought as a child. If I throw this quarter into this well, I am going to get a Lamborghini and a helicopter and a yacht, and I'm going to get to be a Power Ranger on the next season. Bloop. Didn't work. All right. Maybe I need to throw 30 cents in this time because that ain't work. Maybe I need to throw 4 quarters in there. Maybe I can only wish for one of these. All right, this time when I throw the quarter in, I'm only going to wish for the helicopter. All right, just give me the helicopter. Bloop. These childish things, man. Go ahead.
But when I became a man.
But what?
When I became a man.
But when I became a man, we all got to grow up sometime, right? Ain't that the purpose? Ain't that the goal? I used to go out New Year's Eve and get wasted, right? Get wasted under this simple superstition that if I just get it all out my system now, I might as well get as much of it in my system now because I ain't gonna be doing this tomorrow. In the new year, I'm not doing this no more. I'm not smoking no more weed. You understand? I'm not having no more sex with no whores. You understand? I'm gonna wait till I get married. Oh, the things we thought of as children. But then when I become a man, when I became a man, when we were kids, we used to think there was a man that climbed down the chimney that we didn't have to put gifts under a tree with our names on it. Imagine that. Imagine that. Some man's gonna come down your chimney and put some stuff under the tree because you've been so good this year. Right? What about that part of it? What about that? We duped the man who had the ability to visit everybody's house in one night. We duped the man with the flying reindeer Maserati. We duped him. All that wicked mess we did as kids, we got away with. He don't know about none of it. He ain't catch me doing none of it. Oh my God. Childish thoughts. Childish pursuits, man. Now they turn these kids up too, boy. Some of the funniest videos I've seen, though, they got this thing. I'm glad it wasn't around when I was a kid. They got this elf on the shelf madness, where they got this elf that they put in the house and they move it around each night while the kids sleep. But it's usually up to like some mischief or something, you know what I mean? Like the elf will have like a marker in its hand and the kid will have some stuff drawn on its face. And I'm like, oh my God, Elfie done drew on my face while I was asleep. Oh, the childish things we believe. You know what I mean? And the kids they're like mad pissed at Elfie. Right. Oh my God, man. Things we believe, man. Here's a childish one us adults believe. If we buy our kids everything they want for Christmas, they're going to respect us and do everything we say, right? They're going to be good kids, man. If I get them that Xbox that they want, that people were, sleeping outside to get, you know what I mean? If I get them one of those Xboxes, man, that they'll surely respect and love me and be awesome children in school. I won't be getting any phone calls. I'm going to get them that new iPhone. What is it? 14, 15, 16, 17. What is it? Whichever one. If I get them that newest one, that they'll surely, I won't be getting any calls from the teachers about my kids on their cell phone during class, right? My child surely won't be on Instagram and TikTok exposing themselves if I buy them this device. They're going to be very responsible with it, right? These things that we think, it's childish. It's childish to think these things. To think that we're going to have any better existence outside of serving the Most High. It's like we've had all these years on this earth not serving the Most High, and how has that worked out? Huh? Like how is everything not in shambles? How is your marriage not in shambles? Huh? How's that monogamous marriage you rocking out? How's that working out for you? How's that working, man? It's not, man. Like we got to be real with ourselves, man. It's not. A child will continue to be so naive to think that, to ignore all the signs that it's not working, right? A child will have that, that sad, pathetic belief that, everything's burning down, but I'm all right. This is all fine. I'm just going to eat the beans. I'm going to eat the greens. I'm going to celebrate the Christmas, and everything's going to be perfect next year. When this is this is unprofitable. Those things are unprofitable. Those things are vain. They haven't worked. Read that part again. When I became, but
when I became a man.
But when I became a man, there comes a time we got to grow up, man. Go ahead.
I put away childish things.
Did what?
I put away childish things.
Did what?
I put away childish things.
Listen, man, we got to put away childish things. You understand? Like all of it, like we gotta not be gullible children. We can't be so easily influenced and manipulated and controlled like children are. These customs have done nothing to profit us, virtually nothing to profit us. We literally go broke for Christmas. We literally go broke monetarily and go in debt, spend up all the savings, all the rent money. You understand? All the monies, all the bill money spent, done. In January, asking for some grace. Listen, we got to put away childish things, man. We got to put away childish things. We're not children anymore. You understand? The nation of Israel needs every Black, Hispanic, and Native American man and woman to grow the hell up. You understand? Grow up. Like we've been children long enough. We believed in the tooth fairy. You understand? We believed in, the Santa Claus and what is it? Baby New Year. We believed in the Black Eyed Peas. long enough. We believed in, the wishing wells. We believed in it long enough. We have to grow up and turn back to the Most High, man. Because these are the times, man. It's evident. I mean, it's all there. Do you watch the news? You should be watching Black Watch News with Commander General Yohana on Wednesdays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. You understand? You should be tuning in, man. Finding out what's going on in the world. You understand? All the latest news stories. All these superstitions about, us, everybody loving everybody. Meek Mill found out that they don't love his behind in Ghana like he thought they would. Huh? I guess they eat what they love. Because they sure enough tried to eat him. In video clips I saw, that man was running for his life. You understand? And everybody with him. I know some inside details about that, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't going to bring it out now. But yeah, everybody with him was in absolute danger. You understand? Thinking that, oh, this is all Afro. What was it? Afro show? Afro show. It was something. Some type of dumb unity garbage that ain't real. That's superstitious. That's fake. That's a fable. That's a lie. You'd love for that to be that way, but it ain't reality. We got to turn back to the God of this Bible, man. His laws, statutes, and commandments are our wisdom. There are answers. It's the only way we stand to have a change. You understand? It's the only way you're gonna have a better year this year is if you get in these classes, man. Get in these classes and learn to root yourself in the culture and the sound doctrine that the Most High has laid out for you, Black man, Hispanic man, and Native man. You understand? So with that, I'm gonna pass the class off to Preaching Officer Mazaraki Allah.
Right, this is the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10. Ma'ashara means tenth in Hebrew. 10% of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or a teacher. Priest fund, free willing offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, we have the Feast of Purim, which will be held February the 23rd, February the 22nd and the 23rd. After that, we have the Passover, which will be April 1st, going to be held in Raleigh, North Carolina this year. With that, we're going to give a courteous salute to the teacher, Minister Israel Amadium, which means to stand. Amadium Shabbat. Amadium Shabbat. Amadium Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah.
Yah Matah. Hands down. We're going to give a courteous salute to the sisters. Sisters Amadium. We're going to give one courteous salute to the sisters. Minister Israel, Amadium Shabbat, Amadium, Barak, Yahweh Shamar, Allah Thumb, Bahashem, Bahashai. Yah Matah, hands down, class dismissed.